And today is Wednesday, and we are about to do a Sweet Vicious review. And yes, if you are looking in the background of my bedroom, my bed sheet is having its own little fight over there, and I'm too lazy to fix it. Anywho, we open with sorority pledges being humiliated. And the girl is saying how no, she doesn't like this. And the girl's like, I really don't give a shit. And it's like, these other bitches with a whole bunch of ski masks on. And then they try to take the girl's top off. They made her take a shot of liquor. And then they stripped her and wrote on her body, bitch, slut, and whore. And they filmed it. They were like waving at a camera. It was so fucked up. Then we shoot to a scene of Jules and Kennedy going on a run. And then they get a video text message of that pledge being humiliated. So Jules sends it to Ophelia. And Ophelia and her sit and watch the Kappa's welcome video and talk about them as a sorority, plus show this really fucked up video. They do research on the humiliated pledge and find out that she's a legacy named Grace, and that's why she's pledging. And she's really not who they would pick, but because she's a legacy, she naturally, gets to pledge. People have tried to take the Kappas down, but apparently they are untouchable. Like, if you're wearing ski masks, of course, it's going to be hard to identify a person, and apparently they're able to wipe shit clean where it can't be traced. So, we learned that the head bitches are Chloe, Lindsay B, and Lindsay C. And, they're the ones who do all the fucked up shit to the pledges. And so they talk about, well, how the fuck are we going to get in here to take these evil bitches down? And so Ophelia reveals that she is a Kappa legacy and her mom is on the trustee board at Kappa International. And they have been trying to recruit Ophelia for years. Ooh. We learned something new about Ophelia. I love when she makes this face like, oh God, I gotta reveal this part of my life that I don't like talking about. And Jules was cracking the fuck up and then says she'll be back for the makeover. I thought it was funny, Jules's reaction to Ophelia being a Kappa legacy. But I mean, it's not too crazy and far-fetched. I bet there are a lot of girls out there who are completely opposite from what their mothers want them to be. And, oh child, that drama alone. So Harris is tired of only getting black stories at the Law Journal and wants to talk about something different. That's what he goes over with Ophelia about, because he wants to do something other than the perspective of the black gaze. G-A-Z-E, y'all. Jules is making over Ophelia and is telling her that she feels great, She hasn't had any nightmares. She's been sleeping good. But Ophelia don't believe that. And we don't believe that either. Then we get to a clip of a blonde Ophelia shows up at Kappa. And she says, I'm Fifi Meyer. And then we see that there is a camera on O's necklace. And Jules is watching it on her phone. So she's doing the whole fake I want to be a Kappa thing, and on her pearl necklace there's a little camera so they can record, take intel, and really get in to see what these bitches are about. Then Tyler shows up to Jules's bedroom. We shoot to them and they have a cute little moment. He brought her a new book bag because he noticed that hers had a rip in it. And then their moment was really short-lived because it's pledge week, so they can't really stay long and be cute together. O is reviewing the Kappa footage and talking to Jules about it. And then her computer starts to glitch. And when that's happening and she's unplugging it, we finally get to meet Ophelia's mother, Bobby. And she's so happy that O is finally deciding to be a Kappa. And she's just soaking it up. And she's glad her green hair is gone. It's a mess, y'all. We shoot to Jules's room where she's sleeping, and Nate shows up and pushes himself onto her. She's fighting him off, rolls over, and sees Kennedy asking, why didn't you tell me, Jules? And then she wakes up. That was a fucked up clip. All I kept screaming the whole time when the door opened, between the moment when the door opened and he got in her bed, I was like, oh my God, please be a dream, please be a dream, please be a dream. Then it was a dream. Oh my God. See, nah. I couldn't live in that house. Nope. I couldn't live in no type of sorority house because I was raped in a fraternity. Oh no, I couldn't do it. Jules a good one. So, we shoot back to O's apartment, and O is eating while her mom is shooting pictures of her because the first day of Kappa is, a big fucking deal. And then she talks about how she's happy that her green hair is gone because it didn't fit her color right. And Jules calls her while she's with her mother, and she tells her, well, that's why I haven't been at Kappa yet, because my mom's here. I love the super cool Clash of the Sororities bad versus good sequence where you would see Kennedy saying something sweet and then Chloe saying something really fucked up. And then Kennedy saying something, and then Chloe saying something really fucked up. I like how they put that sequence together. Then we see the Kappas making the pledges plank above someone's shit. So, O makes a little funny joke about how the person, whoever shit this out, needs more fiber in their diet, and that Chloe bitch shoves her head into the shit. See, first of all, you not about to get me to plank over nobody's turds, alright? And I have IBS and gastritis, so shit is a big part of my life. But, ain't no way, bitch. Ain't no fucking way. If shit even grazes my body because of another bitch, that's your life, ho. Oh my God. Like, oh my God. And then in that same moment, we shoot over to Zeta and they're decorating cookies and they're being super cute. Then Nate shows up to bring flowers for Kennedy, which clearly is making Jules uncomfortable. And when he leaves, Kennedy goes, "Do you think Omega is gonna prank us?" See, I couldn't date nobody in a fraternity if I gotta worry that y'all gonna prank me. Hey, look, if we fucking, you don't get to prank me. God damn it. Like, I don't, So then we shoot to Harris at his law journal interview thing. And he's telling his boss lady that he doesn't want to write about the subject that she's given him, and he says that he wants to write about the fact that he thinks there's a vigilante on campus. And she says, well, I can't take that anywhere and publish that, but if you get somewhere with it, you could have something tremendous on your hands. So we shoot back to the Zeta house, and the girls, Kennedy, I think her name is Fiona, and the little redhead bitch that likes to pop up and is real fucking creepy. They come in screaming and they say they've been breakfasted by Omega Theta, Nate's frat. Basically, they threw eggs and maple syrup and bacon and all this other crazy shit. Wasted food for the sake of a prank. Dumbass shit. See, so then Kennedy has decided, instead of painting the statue pink like they said they were in the earlier part of the episode, they're gonna prank Omega and paint and do their house in pink. It's gonna be interesting, and clearly Jules is uncomfortable by the idea because I think that she doesn't want to be anywhere near the Omega house, and we later find out why. So then we shoot to a clip of Jules and Kennedy running, and the Omega house pops up, and Jules turns around and goes, "How did we?" And Kennedy is standing there with Nate, and he pulls Jules' mask off, and it's another fucking nightmare. Like, she dreamt that she was jogging with Kennedy, Omega pop up, Nate pop up, reveals her. Like, jeez, bitches ain't getting no sleep out here. We see O and her mom getting pampered and bonding, and it's really cute. And then Jules shows up. Jules pulls O to the side, wondering what her deal is, and O tells her that she's having a great time with her mom, actually, bonding and things, and then we notice that O is also slacking on the mission and saying that the pledges love it even when it's horrible, and maybe we only see it as bad because it's different and we look at things differently. And Jules is like, what the fuck? Have they rewired your brain? And then O says that Jules sees things through her damaged Jules goggles. I would have slapped the shit out of Ophelia. But then Jules goes, that was really mean. And then Ophelia goes back to being pampered and hanging out with her mom. I thought that was so fucked up that she got so sucked in so quickly into this world that her mother just loves so much that we know Ophelia hates. And the fact that she would say something so hurtful to Jules, you know, we kind of see that a bit of her mother rubs off on her rather quickly. So we shoot to the Kappa house, and they have a new thing for the pledges to do. They're going to hotbox the pledges with beers and cigars. They got to finish the whole cigar, and they got to empty all these kegs, and they only got one piss bucket. The thought of doing anything like this in order to get in a fucking sorority, you can kiss my ass. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. So then we shoot to Harris in the pizza shop and finds one of the guys who was beat up by the vigilante, and we notice him from the first episode when Jules fucked him up and stabbed him in the leg, and he's like, look, I got the message. I won't do nothing. Leave me alone. And he kind of runs off, leaving Harris sitting there looking dumbfounded. So then we shoot back to O talking to Grace while they're in the basement doing this hotbox shit. And Grace is saying how she had no friends in high school and she's finally somewhere she belongs, and she knows she only got in because she's a legacy, but she will finally have friends and connections and she won't be a loser anymore. And while they're talking about it, a girl passes out and the head bitches show up, and they don't seem like they're too bothered by her. They're like, oh yeah, take her to the ER and ask for Dr. So-and-so. He'll pump her stomach and take care of it. And O sees that there's this door that they can't seem to unlock. And so when she comes out and says how we need to do something, the girl pulls her to the side, Chloe, and she's like, what do you think of your legacy? You know, this is the house that Bobby built. You know, the lock-in was first came out when your mom was a Kappa. And then when she says that, Ophelia has like this look, and then she pukes on her. I love that instant puke shit. That shit is so entertaining. Like, I love it how it's just... And so... we see O go back to that door because she wants to open it, and she jimmies it open and finds that it's one big ass control room. That shit is nuts. That's how these bitches are getting away with everything. They have a fucking control room. So the Zeta girls are outside pinkifying the Omega Theta house, and Kennedy wants to steal the paddle inside the house and wants Jules to come with her, and Jules doesn't want to go in. And so they start to get into a little argument, and Kennedy is going off. And while Kennedy is going off, because Jules doesn't want to go into the Omega house with her, we see a very much younger Jules walking out of the Omega house, holding what looks like a jacket, shaking and walking down the stairs. And then we watch as Jules follows her former self out of the house. Clearly, this was the night that she was raped, and clearly she's having a flashback, and that's why she doesn't want to go back into that house. And then we see tears well up in Jules' eyes, and she just says to Kennedy how she just can't do this anymore, and she walks off crying. And it's really, it's a really moving scene, and you just feel bad for Jules some more. It's because, like, Kennedy's her best friend, but she also can't tell Kennedy anything that's going on and anything that's happened to her, because Kennedy is dating Nate, and Nate is Jules' rapist, and the layers, y'all, the layers. Okay. So Jay goes to O's apartment, Jules, and O is telling her about the control room she found and showing her a video of all these different angles in the Kappa house. And those aren't O's cameras. Those are the Kappa's cameras. These bitches film themselves 24 hours a day, and that Chloe is also running a hazing site and making a ton of fucking money on it. So then Jules says, well, finally, why don't we teach these bitches a lesson? And I love, because it's not just a show where they're fucking up the guys, because women can be just as fucking awful to other women and do some of the most disgusting things and commit sexual assault, and they need to be put in their places just as much. And so I love the fight sequence where they beating Chloe and Lindsay B and Lindsay C's ass, and it was really good. So after they beat their asses, O and J sit them up against a wall with a disband Kappa in glow-in-the-dark words above their heads, tell them to turn themselves into the school for hazing, and they also rerouted the money that these bitches made from that hazing site to a woman's battered shelter. And I really liked that they did that. Go team fixing, bitches. Yeah. So then we shoot to Harris asking his girlfriend Fiona about one of the guys that got beat up, and she was like, yeah, he date raped somebody, he's kind of scum. And Harris is like, oh. So then we shoot to Tyler and Jules, and they're having a cute moment, and he tells her how he went over to his brother's house and he found his snowboard, and he's like, I just feel responsible for him. And she's like, you're not responsible. He did some bad things and he got to figure it out on his own. And Tyler's like, yeah, I know, but you know, I still feel bad. So then we see Ophelia walk into the hotel room where her mom is at, and we see that Bobby is still upset that Kappa is being disbanded, and she wants Ophelia to be one, and she's also mad that Ophelia's hair is green again, but she's not showing it. And Ophelia tells her, you know what? you can stop doing all those phone calls. I don't really want to be a Kappa. And plus, I really like spending all this time I got to spend with you. I really like doing that. That I enjoyed. And her mother was like, she kind of blows her off. And she's like, well, let's go get dinner. And she's like, well, I have to go to the city. You know how your dad is when he doesn't have me. And she's like, well, okay, yeah, and we can hang out later this summer in the Hamptons. And her mother's like, yeah, we'll see. She just kind of blows her off. So you came into town and the only reason you hung out with your daughter is because you thought she was becoming who you wanted her to be. And when she starts to go back to who she truly is, you just blow her off as if it's nothing and just leave. Like, that's so fucked up. Even though I know people who have parents like that, it's still fucked up to see. Fucking evil bitch, get the hell on. Bye. Need you. Then we shoot to a scene of Tyler talking to one of the cops about his brother. He tells him how his brother sent him a text message, and then the cop tells him how his phone dinged up in Quebec and in different parts of Canada and then went dark for 10 days. But before it went dark for 10 days, his brother's phone pinged near a cemetery. Jay goes downstairs to hang with Kennedy. We shoot to Jules going downstairs because she can't sleep, hanging out with Kennedy. Kennedy, lightweight, apologizes. They share a sandwich. It's real cute. So then Tyler took pictures of where his brother's phone pinged when the cops showed him. And he goes into that cemetery and walks right over where they buried his brother. It's the creepiest shit, y'all. And he's all like, what did you do, man? You know, because I would be pretty fucking freaked out if my sibling was missing and the last place they were before their phone went black for 10 days was a fucking cemetery. Lord, that shit was crazy. So then we shoot back to Jules sitting on the couch while Kennedy is sleeping on the couch. She texts Ophelia. Ophelia tells her she's at the pizza place. They meet up to have some pizza. And I like because Jules is like, you're right, I'm not doing okay. And O was like, yeah, you were right. I was kidding myself with Bobby. And then I like because Jules says, you know, Bobby was wrong. The green hair is great. You look awesome. And then they eat some pizza. And then we get some previews to next week. And that's how the episode ended. And woo! Ciao! It's getting kind of heavy. It's getting kind of heavy. Shit is getting wild, y'all. I'm really excited for next week's episode. I'm really loving where this season is going, and I can't wait to see more of Jules' backstory. Maybe they'll give us a little bit of her dad. Maybe they'll give us flashbacks for her freshman year of college. I'm excited! So I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and like I say at the end of every video, if no one's told you that you're awesome and that they love you, I think you're awesome, and I love you. Peace!